Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Chatterbox Live. I'm your host, Miss Arie Rose. Okay, so true story, you guys. This is a live show, and I lost my voice over this weekend. I had a severe allergic reaction to an antibiotic that I was on. Fun times. Which ended up me being in the ER all weekend long. IVs, you name it. Good stuff, fun times. But guess what? I'm here and I'm back. You know, as Latinas, we're resilient, right? We always talk about Mexicans, we're hardworking. And I'm super excited to talk to you guys today with one of my favorite actors on television. I'm looking at him right now because I can't wait till you guys see him. He is an amazing actor. He's on Deadly Class and a lot of other things. So welcome, Michel Duval.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing, my all-access broadcasting familia?
I look at you and I want to be like, Kike!
Hey, what's up? Different people.
I know, right? How is it being able to be so many different characters all the time?
It's amazing, man. You know, it's a dream come true being able to put the shoes of somebody else's perspective, type of views, another life, another human being, and being able to bring it to life, you know?
How hard is it to prep to switch into different characters all the time?
It's crazy, you know, and even more when you have current projects going at the same time.
Yeah.
Being able to take the skin off Kike and go back to Telemundo, and then Telemundo to Kike, and then Kike to Telemundo, and then Telemundo to Deadly Class. So it's a hard process in a way. If you prep it long enough, though, it's not as difficult, but it is a challenging process just to like change that much, you know?
Yeah, pero es como todo. You have to study your craft, right? It's just like preparation.
Yeah, I do believe that the actor's process is different in everyone's way. For me, I really like to go into an origin story of the characters, what has made them the way that they are, and just the script helps you analyze and find out about things about the character that maybe you hadn't even think about. You know, when I got scripts for Queen of the South, for Deadly Class, I kept reading about the character and I was like, okay, so this guy really thinks this. He really believes this. He goes against that. And that just helps you end up with a certain, I don't know, like mentality. A human being. Yeah, like a different mentality than yours. And then you put on the wardrobe, you work on the set, you see the other actors, and it just comes together.
And then you become
like magic.
that person.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, because I've seen you, like I said, I've seen you on, you know, as Kike, one of my favorite characters. I'm a huge fan of Queen of the South.
Thank you.
I'm a huge fan of Queen of the South. So when I saw you, when my producer Janet told me we're going to have Michel come in, and I screamed, Kike, oh my God, because I loved you on the show.
Thank you so much. You know,
unfortunately, they killed you off.
Yeah, but the good thing is, you know, when they hired me to play Kike, this was the guest appearance. It was on the second season, and it was going to be 3 episodes. 3 episodes ended up being 7 episodes in the second season.
Way more than 3.
And then 3 more episodes on the third season. I had to go back to Mexico City to end up filming with a Telemundo show, so I couldn't do the whole season. So we ended up with a good end for Kike. You know, it was a good ride. Way more than I expected, and I'm really grateful because people like you say like, wow, the character really stuck in their minds. So we came up with this big death in hands of Cortez, the general, and it's really good. I do believe Kike gets what he was asking for in a way. He was cocking that last scene, you know.
Yeah. You did your thing.
Yeah, he said way more than he should have, and that's how it works. So it's so good to see that the people actually react. You know, like they're gonna miss Kike. They still do. So it's like wow.
For sure.
I did not expect that.
You did a great job.
Thanks so much.
And you know, I feel it's probably rewarding that they kept calling you back to do more.
Oh yeah.
Like it's so unexpected. How does that feel when you get that call?
You know, it wasn't even a call. I read the 3 episodes that I was gonna play, and then I was like, okay, good. You know, because the third episode ended with like Kike leaving.
Yeah. Oh.
And I was like, he could have lived to his house. He could have lived the country. He could have lived. Just leave. And then suddenly I get 1 more episode, and I'm like, oh, maybe they made a mistake. They're gonna, because I'm in the show, they're gonna start sending me the whole season. And when I opened the 4th episode, it said character list, and it said Kike Jimenez. I'm like, no. So I went there, and he came back from where he left, And I was like, oh, he's still here. And then again, I got another episode and another episode and another episode and another episode and another episode. I was like, wow.
You're
this
like,
is good.
este no se va a ningún lado.
No. And for the second season, the whole character of Kike, he was just there to like be Isabella's boyfriend and kind of like drag her into like a drug world.
Right.
And he became way more than that. They get kidnapped together.
Yeah.
He sacrifices for her.
He was so sweet.
He was so sweet. And then I was like, wow, okay. And then they called me back for the third season. And then we had to talk all that. And it was a good ride.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good job on that. And now you're on Deadly Class.
Yeah. Deadly Class.
Oh, God. So Deadly Class on Sci-Fi, if you guys aren't watching it, it's an amazing show.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you've been killed off.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on? ¿Por qué te están matando tanto?
I don't know, man. This is, I call 2018. That's where I filmed all those series.
Yeah.
The Year of the Dead.
The Year of the Death for you.
It's crazy for me because I've never died on screen in the 13 years that I've been doing this.
Never.
Never. You know, like maybe I've done it once, but for my own little sketches that I do. Yeah. But like I've never died on screen, on television for anyone. And so the 3 deaths that I've done.
Three. Oh
they're not normal deaths. You know, like Kike gets nailed into a wall. In Telemundo, I follow a 20-story building. In Deadly Class, we just found out Chico gets his throat cut by his girlfriend Maria, and so it's not just like a poof, that. No, it's always like either suffering or choking on your own death or falling off a 20-story building. It's crazy deaths.
¿Qué hiciste in your past life to deserve this type of karma?
I don't know, man. You know, like I don't even see it as a karma. It's obviously like a scary thing because it's like the first time that I'm hunting for another project after having so many projects in right in the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
But it's exciting, you know? Like I feel like I gave closure to the 3 projects that have launched my career. I closed them forever. And now I'm on to the next.
Yeah.
Now, what is the next? I do not know, but I'm pretty excited to find out.
Wait, so Deadly Class is on mid-season finale, right?
Yes. We have 5 episodes left.
5 episodes.
Out of a 10 episode season, Chico dies in the mid-season finale, which is, you know, halfway there. And now we got 5 episodes left to see what happens after Chico dies.
Nice. I want to know what happens after Chico dies.
Yeah. You know, it's a crazy story. You know, it's based on a comic book written by Rick Remender, and he's such a human being. He's a weird individual in all his grace. You know, I love you, Rick. Papa, you're the master. And his writing is so unexpected. You know, like you are not gonna expect what's gonna happen, but still, it's going to happen the way you think it's going to go down. Because Chico's death is going to bring a lot of consequences. You know, like Chico's disappearance, because only the 5 main characters know that he's dead. So people on school, after having Chico be the alpha, the number one, the one that controls the whole school, when he's not there, there's going to be like a lack of power, of authority. And people are going to start tripping about that. And it's gonna get weird. It's going to get dark, and it's going to get crazy. That's all I can say.
Well, we can't wait to see what else happens after Chico's death.
Yes, thank you.
Now, enough about the acting stuff, even though it's a big part of your life. You also do a bunch of other things.
I do?
Tell me about that. Tell us about that.
Yes. What do I do? You know, I really dream that one day I'm not referred to as an actor. I'm referred to as an artist.
Nice.
You know, art is what drives my life in a way. I love everything that has to do with being in front of the screen, but also behind it. I direct, I produce short films. I have a production house of original content. I also like to edit. I like to dance. I like to sing. I like to compose music. I like to draw. And so it all, I feel like having a little bit of all the art helps you in a specific art.
Oh yeah, for
you know?
sure.
Because for my acting, I can translate my dancing into movements, into physicality. Yeah. I can, with my singing, I can find different voices for my characters, stuff like that. When I'm singing, I can act the performance and really, connect with it emotionally. So I feel like it all complements each other. and
Yeah.
I love that. It's
When
one
did you start doing all this artistically?
Ever since I remember, you know, my
Really?
mom, she's a really big actress in Mexico City, and so I always had it in the blood, you know, like
Yeah.
my
You saw it
grandpa,
growing
my
up.
grandma, they were singer/actors. So like I feel like the art was always running in my veins, and when I was maybe 3, 4, I told my mom like I want to be an actor, and she's like, yeah, I know, man, like I've known, but you're gonna be a kid first, and so
Nice.
she made me go to school. She made me have friends. She encouraged me to like go into fights or soccer matches and get my heart broken, take flowers to the girl that I liked, and all that stuff. And so that made me a kid, you know, like a
Yeah.
human being. I had a childhood.
Yeah.
After a couple of years, when I was like maybe 10, 11, I told her again, Mom, I want to do this. And she's like, yeah,
Wow.
just finish your high school and you're free to do anything that you want. And I'm like, but I still want to act though. And she's like, okay, I'll manage to see what we can do, that maybe you can skip one day of school, go do a cameo on my show and go back to school. And so she helped me with doing like little cameos, commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I finished high school, that's when I got my first TV show with MTV or something like that, outside everything that she's done, you know, because something that I had to grow with was being in the shadow of such an amazing actress.
Yeah.
First, it was overwhelming and even dark place for me, you know, like I was like, yo, I'm in the shadow of my mom. I'm never gonna grow my shoes to be like what she's done.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm the son of.
Do you feel like it's like more of intimidation or
It
just
was
like an
it was more than
insecurity?
intimidation, yeah. But suddenly I just came to the conclusion that I found my own art, my own voice in acting. She's a comedian. I'm more of a dramatic, more thriller, more twisted type of actings. And so I was like, you know what? Instead of like mind crapping myself to believe this, I'm gonna make myself believe that I'm made to take this last name, which is Duval, somewhere else. Outside of comedy, outside of Televisa, which is a company where she was made. So I went to Telemundo, different company, opened my own doors without telling anyone who my mom was until they found out eventually. and little by little, I started pushing and I started taking my last name to places that it was never heard of. And I'm really proud to be like the first Duval to have my last name here in the US, in a US production, in a US TV show. So I really do hope that my next stepping stone is a film,
So
a Hollywood film with
I'm
my
sure
last
you
name
will.
at it.
I'm sure you will.
I hope so.
How scary was that to go out on a limb and to try to separate yourself, like you just said, to make a name for yourself?
Yeah.
Like, how scary was that? Because just like you went and conquered that, there could have been that what if in the back of your mind, that what if I don't succeed? What if I let my mom down or let the name down?
I feel like that what if is still there. You know,
Yeah.
like it's never gonna go away. It's more about what if it doesn't. You know, like you know, like what if I fail? What if it's like, what if you don't? It's like, oh, you know, like, cause I feel like us humans are really prone to like let ourselves down in a way. You know, I can tell you tomorrow, like, hey, you're gonna meet this amazing producer. He wants you to be the lead of the TV show. And the first thing that you think is like, oh, what if I'm not enough? Instead of pushing yourself and be like, let's go.
Yeah.
So there was a really crazy moment for me because, you know, I had my first job when I was with MTV. I made my own money and I started getting more jobs, and I was like, wow, okay, so it's getting real. I'm starting to get jobs. I'm pretty young. I'm 16, 17. What do I want to do? Do I want to just go at it, get the jobs and start doing a career here? Or do I want to go follow the dream that I wanted, which is going to LA and trying my luck? And you know, it's crazy because I already had everything prone just to like success in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, no, I'm going to LA. I even remember I tried to trick myself into doing a coin flip.
No
and I really
way.
like the coin flips because I really do believe that by the midway of the coin falling, you already know your answer. So I never do coin flips just to like see what falls. It's just do it because at the midway, I know what I want. So I said like, okay, heads, I stay here in Mexico. Tails, I go to LA. And so I was like, blah. And I remember when it hit the floor first, I was like, please, tails. And it turned out heads. And I was like, no, I'm not staying here, man. I'm leaving. And so I told my mom, I have all my money. I packed up. I'm ready to go. She's like,
Wow.
you're really going to do this, right? And I'm like, yes. She's like, okay, I'm going to come with. I'm going to drop you off and then just leave you at your own luck. So
Wow.
we flew together to LA when I was
Yeah.
18. I found this loft in Hollywood. It had no furniture, nothing. So like the first night we had to like sleep in towels. You know, like we made a bed of towels and stuff. And so she was there for 2 nights, and then she's like, "Okay, mijo, I'm out." And I'm like, "I
Wow.
know, mom. Go with the wind." And so she left me. I've already bought some furniture. I had to build it myself, but it started coming along. You know, I
Yeah.
had the TV thingy, my bed, and a couch. And so I just started. Doing the struggle. I got myself into some acting academies. I got a scholarship for music production and vocal performance. So I was going to study a lot. And then after 2 years and a half, you know, money just ran out. Literally just.
No way.
And you know, the thing is that I was so young, I didn't have the right paperwork to work because I was auditioning and I was booking stuff. But they would give me like, give me your social. I'm like, student visa? Give me your Bank of no sé qué account. Student visa. And they're like, nah, man, nah, get out. And so I had to leave LA in a way where I was like unsatisfied. And I was like,
Yeah.
like you and me, like I feel like LA is like
You
a
have
girlfriend.
unfinished business there.
It's like you and me have unfinished business, man. Like I learned a lot from you. I love you. I gotta go, but still, I'm coming back, and you know it. And so I went back to Mexico. Everything that I learned, I put it into grounds with the Telemundo show. Everything that I've learned, you know, character development, script breakdown, everything, movement, voice. And so I did this character, Salvador Acero, in Señora Acero, which is from Telemundo. And it turned out to be a 4-year ride. 5 seasons, 75 episodes each. More than 200
Wow.
episodes filmed of that series. And that character actually just launched me. Thanks to Salvador Acero, I got Queen of the South. After Queen of the South, I hunted, I got Deadly Class. So I really do believe that everything was meant to be. I was meant to go back to Mexico, blow out, and then I did Queen of the South. I got Deadly Class, and by the end of last year, I expanded my team. I got a manager, I got a publicist, I got an agent, and they told me, bro, you have to come back to LA.
It's time.
It's time. And I was like, oh, so it's time. After 5 years of being away, I was like, okay, I'm ready.
You're like, it's time.
And so I got here maybe a month ago, and I'm
A
gonna
month
be
ago, barely.
yeah, a month ago barely.
Holy
But
moly.
still, but this is I know the city so well. It was like I
Yeah.
never left. So I got here a month ago. Been doing a lot of press for Deadly Class, but little by little, you know, like we're already halfway through Deadly Class. It was so crazy. Like this type of shows take longer to film than they do to watch. So I just want to see how the development of the season comes. Let's see what comes after Deadly Class, and just be here for a while, you know, back and forth.
Well, let's do this. Let's run a clip real quick of Deadly Class.
Yes.
I have a clip for you right now, so let's let the audience watch this.
Let's watch this.
Do we
Chico
got it over there?
in action.
Awesome.
You're learning. Just a friendly spar with my new amigo. Get some rest, Marcus. We'll finish this later.
All right, you guys, that was Deadly Class. So make sure you guys are watching and tuning in to Deadly Class
Every Wednesdays, guys. Wednesdays at 10, only on
Sci-Fi. That was not an ad.
No.
All right, I want to switch gears a little bit. I got you something.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's up?
We got a game.
Is this a game?
It's a game.
The Bean
You never
Boozled?
played the Bean Boozled game?
Oh, no. I know what this is.
What is it?
Am I gonna... Yo, I'm really, really sensitive with this type of stuff. I don't want to eat booger. Or vomit. I'm down. I will.
Down?
Yeah, I will.
All right. Okay. So you got to spin it.
Okay.
And let's see if you get which
And the
one
thing
you
is
get.
that strawberry can also be like dead fish, right?
Yeah. Okay,
So
guys.
like, I'm gonna spin.
So tell the audience what your options are so they can
Okay,
see.
guys, so this is a mini roulette where we get different jelly beans flavors. The thing is that each jelly bean can have up to 2 flavors. So one that's as friendly as beautiful as peach can also be barf. The one that can be toasted marshmallow can be stink bug. The buttered popcorn can be rotten egg, and the strawberry can be dead fish. So
Which one would you prefer to eat off of that, Michel?
I don't know, man. The toothpaste.
All right, come on.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see what he gets, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
No. No,
Okay.
wait.
I think you should put it down.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
What is that?
What is this? Chocolate pudding or canned dog food? Okay, wow. So I guess it's this one, right?
Yeah.
Canned dog food. Delicious.
really?
Yeah, nasty.
Do you want to try another one?
Me?
Yeah.
You're not gonna play with me or something?
Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna play one.
Oh my
Do you want
God.
your water?
No, I'm a man. This is where the Mexican pride comes in.
Oh my God, I could smell it. You guys, I could smell
Terrible.
the dog food. Oh my God, I can't stop laughing. It really smells like dog food.
It does.
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
Go.
Okay. All right. So I'm either going to have a birthday cake or a dirty
Dishwater.
dishwater.
This is one of those, no?
Qual?
One
With the
either-
little, these ones.
yeah.
Right? Shit. All right. I'm going to go with, this one.
Dishwater, I don't think is that bad. It's bad?
No,
It's bad?
it's bad.
Yeah. Throw it away. You don't gotta get the pride. You know what I try to do? Like bite it, maybe.
No, I'm
three-
Mexican too.
Yo, bite it 3 times and then just swallow it. Don't. Okay. Wow.
I'm Mexican.
Okay. It was a good run.
Aranda Jalisco right here, all day.
Yes. That's how we do, guys.
All right.
We're going at it. Are we gonna
All
do a round 2? No, we're done with this,
I
no?
think. Do you want to try it?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, I don't want to try my luck.
Oh, thank you for playing with me.
Oh yes, it's beautiful.
We
Yes,
did
I'm
get
down.
we did get some questions for you on the live.
Oh yes. Where's our people live tweeting?
Come on, you guys. I
Facebook
pulled my
Live.
phone out so you guys can ask your questions. Okay.
So guys, send us questions. Anything you want to know, anything you want to talk about. Let's hit it up.
Dishwater and dog food is lo que huelo aquí enfrente.
Yeah. No.
This ain't it.
Yeah. No. This is
All
not the
right.
lifestyle.
Are you going to continue working in the United States?
Yes, I hope so. That's the plan. I got everything worked out just to get another part in some show. I hope that the performance that I did for Chico can really leave a mark on different people's minds. You know, casting directors, the audience, producers,
Yeah.
directors, and let's see how it goes. The plan is staying here and being one of the youngest Mexican actors to just do that crossover at such age and never went back. So
You know what? Don't worry, guys. I'm getting to more questions right
Yes.
now. I talked about this recently, right? So when I graduated, when I got my degree in college,
yes.
my paper that I wrote, when I
Yeah, like your
graduated,
essay.
yes, it was on where's the Latinos in Hollywood.
Wow.
Porque no se ven.
Oh, no,
right?
no.
And that's exactly why I got into production and all this stuff that
Oof,
I do.
I love it.
And even when you do see us on television, we're very stereotyped.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know,
The
like
Latina woman is, the sexy
The-
maid, the
oh,
housewife,
exactly.
or, something like that. The
gardener,
the Latin guy is going to
the
be
cholo,
a cholo.
yeah.
And, you don't see us being represented in a way that we need to be represented. Whereas the lawyers, the doctors, the police officers,
100%. Yeah.
those are those characters that we could be. And I feel like Black Hollywood has done such a good job at showing everyone else as a minority as
yeah.
the power, if you get together, what you can produce and what you can attain together.
100%. Yeah.
And so it just crossed my mind right now that you're talking about, that you want to be the youngest Latino and blah, blah. It's like it's such a great thing to see that you have that vision.
Such a refreshment, no?
Porque no se ve, you don't see it. I'm new to Hollywood too. I've been here for about 6 months now,
Nice.
full time. And so I'm always like, where's the Latinos? Where
You at?
And it's because like we need to stick together and be able
We
to
do.
uplift.
Yeah, we do, guys. We have a misconception that I've lived in Mexico City and even sometimes here in the U.S., where instead of pushing each other up, we're seeing each other as competition.
Exactly.
And that's one of the biggest mistakes, you know, because at the end of the day, everyone has their own journey. If you stick to somebody else's journey, you're just gonna let yourself down and even hurt some people in the process. So yeah, it's crazy, you know. Like when it comes to the characters, at least I do believe that the Latino power is coming up eventually. You know, little by little, the doors are opening. You know, with this whole reggaeton music blowout that we had, like the Latino community is getting well more known. I feel like some Latinos actors are taking over the business. We have the directors, we have the production side, you know, we have El Chivo Lebowski, we have Cuarón, Iñárritu, that's covered. Now the other side of the camera, in front of the camera, we have Isa, we have Derbez, we have just so many actors that are breaking that little thing little by little, you know. Like I could even say for me, like I got a cholo, you know, in that class.
Yeah.
But it would be so easy for me to play the cholo. Just, hey, what's up, Peze? What's up? No, I was like, no. This is a cholo, but I'm gonna make it into something way more interesting. Even though I have the opportunity to just base myself on the stereotype that I know how it works, what if I do something else? And so working on Chico, the character, you know, I try to find that his power is not in his physics. It's not how buff he is, how strong, how well he fights. I was like, no, this is more of a villain that works with his mind. Let's go more around that. And so he's a guy that knows what's happening everywhere, who's gonna do what, who's attempting to do this against that. And so once I found that the knowledge that he has is his real power, the whole character changed into a more of a sociopath slash killer, you know, type of stuff. And it was so fun to play, you know. I really do think that the actors have to deal with the circumstances that they're dealt. You know, if I get a gardener, I cannot be like, oh, gardener, I don't like this. Even if I don't like it, it's like, okay, how can I make it a different gardener? What can this gardener have that no Latino gardener has and break out of the stereotype? So I feel like some of us are doing a really well job with that. But like I said, everyone has their own journey. You know, like I started 2018 with a mindset of horses when they race. You know, when they race, they put these little covers in their eyes so they only see forward and they don't get distracted by their surroundings. So that's one of my mantras for like live right now. Just like cover your eyes, man. Don't look at the people beside you. Don't look at their journeys. Just look at yourself. Because if suddenly you're like, oh, but why is this guy? And you pull yourself into that journey, you're gonna get dragged by something that doesn't belong to you. So you know, like it took me 12 years to get like a character like Chico. Yeah. It's taken people a week. It's taken people a year. It's taken people 5 years. So everyone has a different process. I really do believe that luck strikes though. If you know how to, if you're ready for when it strikes, you can make some magic happen. But there's people that are not ready yet, and it's all about being ready.
So I have to ask you, what do you do? Because I'm a motivational speaker and I do a lot of positivity and meditation and things like that. And the way you speak, it's just so inspiring to me.
Wow.
Because I see that you speak like your glass is always half full. It's never half empty. I got that from the first 15 minutes of this show. And you can go back and watch the way you speak. And then right now you're talking about how you change your character. You're not complaining about the cards that are being dealt to you. You're blessed and you're thankful for the cards that are being dealt to you. And then you're like, okay, well, let me see how I can make it even better.
Yes.
So even if a circumstance might not be what you want, you're still going to fix it to where you're very happy with what you have. And when you're happy with what you have, you can give the world the very best of you because you're confident in what you're doing.
100%.
So what do you do daily that prepares your mind to think that way? Because I don't think people just wake up every day motivated and rah, or, you know, you wake up sometimes and you're not feeling so positive, or, you know, we all have our bad days. Like,
yes, of course.
Do you work out? Do you eat healthy? Do you meditate? Do you pray? Like,
oh, nice.
What do you do to prepare for you know, you're giving so much of yourself to the world. What do you do to prepare to be Michel Duval?
Wow, this is so good, man. I've never gotten like deep into this, and I love it. You know, what do I do? I don't do anything specific. You know, I'm just really grateful of what I have. You know, that's one of the things that I begin with.
Yeah.
The moment that I open my eyes and I see that I open my eyes, I'm like, oh, this is good. Okay, we have a blessing just now. And so after that, just looking at my surroundings, I'm a really observative guy. I really like to observe everything that's happening. The movement in the hands of the person on my left, the eyes on the person on my right. Try to see their stories. You know, it's so crazy to think that there's, I don't know, 5 individuals here in a room. What brought us together? For what reason, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why are we talking about this? Because we had to talk about it, and maybe there's people watching that are going to relate to it, and maybe we can inspire them. I do enjoy, which is I don't, but I do enjoy looking at myself in the mirror, you know, accepting the person that's right there. It's a scary thing for me because I feel like mirrors are the gateway to like other dimensions and stuff. But still, you know, looking at that guy in the mirror and be like, yo, I'm proud of you. Whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're not proud of, whatever you are proud of, me, I am proud of you, man. So I really like that. I really like meditating in my own way. I really like to just turn off the lights in places, random places, man. It can even be in the bathroom or in my restroom or in my kitchen or in my bedroom. Just turn off the lights and listen to like music, because music takes me places. That's a crazy thing, but I believe like it all takes us places in a way, no? And what else? I do work out. I do believe that that your physicality, how well you are, how healthy, it really reflects on the way that you live. I really do believe also that you are what you eat. So if you're just eating trash food, you're gonna feel like trash.
Yeah.
And I've tried it because I'm a crazy person. I actually did, like, for 1 week, I just ate like junk food.
Oh, wow.
And I felt terrible. You know, like I was looking good, but the inner feeling, you know, like you're processing junk.
Yeah.
You are putting junk in your system. So eventually, you know, like you don't even know the process of how everything gets sent up to carbs, and you know, it goes all over your body. So it really, I really do feel like it hits you. So I try to eat really healthy. Of course, I love eating crazy stuff too, but I also find the balance. It's like, okay, man, you just ate a whole cake. Maybe you cannot eat anything else.
A whole cake?
I hate cake, so I don't even know why I said cake. I would never eat a whole cake. So let's say, okay, Mitch, you just ate a whole enchilada. It's not bad, but maybe, no, enchilada for me, like.
For me, one
For
enchilada
me,
is like
it has,
4 of them.
yeah, like at least 5 tortillas.
Okay.
You know?
Con chile verde o chile rojo?
No, verde. It's
Verde,
green.
yes.
Green for me, man. All the way.
Crema o no crema?
Crema.
Aguacate?
No, man. No.
Oh my gosh.
That's when Mexicans feel the betrayal from me.
Yes.
I hate beans and I hate aguacate.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could live off of beans and aguacate.
Suddenly we see the Facebook Live just like unsubscribe.
You just lost all your followers from Mexico, right?
I'm sorry, guys. No, but it's a crazy feeling. I do eat avocado in like some weird presentation, or like they'll give me a torta and I'm just like, okay, it has avocado, and I'm like, I don't even feel it. So I'll eat it. But just having the visual avocado in front of me, I'm like, no, man, I can't. So yeah, and at the end of the day, like going back to like what I do. Yeah. So if I already ate 100 tacos, it's like, okay, man, so you're not gonna eat 100 tacos tomorrow. You know, like just balance it out. If you ate 100 tacos today, tomorrow you're gonna eat perfectly, and then
pura lechuga.
And then everything becomes like a 50-50, and it goes easier on the body and all that stuff. But I think those are my 2 things: being grateful everywhere for what you have, and observing everywhere that you are. You know, like I love going to the DMV just to observe people.
Really?
Yes, because when they're more uncomfortable is when they're truest. So in the DMV, they're tied to a chair for 3 hours waiting.
Yeah.
They've lost it. So they're showing who they really are. And I really like to see their behavior, man. And also for an actor, is one of the tasks in one of my acting schools, one of our teachers, like, what do you observe today? Every day that we went to class. So it really makes me observe everything that's going on. People. The walls, the water. Why is the water with nails on the top? Maybe she's nervous. You know, it's just like crazy. But but when you observe so much, you get to see how lucky you are also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. So we got to, my phone keeps buzzing because we're getting all these questions coming in. So
More
let me get you more
questions. Let's
questions. Okay.
I'm going to do a space jump.
Hola, soy de...
I'm back.
Another Michel.
Another
says,
Michel? Is that possible?
Hola, soy de Guatemala. Mich es un ejemplo a seguir.
Hey, compadre, tocayo, Guatemala. Kisses to Guatemala. Gracias por tus palabras. Espero poder ser un ejemplo para todas las personas jóvenes de Latinoamérica que puedan ver que no importa la edad, si sueñas lo suficiente, si te partes la madre, lo puedes lograr. Hell yeah.
Ay, heck yeah. Ok, otro. Flor Ramos, saludos desde Nueva York. Estoy muy orgullosa de ti, Mitch, de todo lo que estás logrando y todo lo que te espera será puro éxitos. Aplausos.
Gracias, Flor Ramos. Casi me ahogo con ese comentario tan lindo desde Nueva York. Besos, mi Flor. Muchísimas gracias por tus palabras.
Elena dice, muchas felicidades, Mitch. Estoy orgullosa de ti, de lo que haces y por siempre seré tu fan. Mucho éxito.
Elena, muchísimas gracias. Espero que tú, como todas las Duvalers y los Duvalers que nos están apoyando poquito a poquito en esta gran historia, pues se queden para unos cuantos más años, que yo creo que les voy a traer muchas sorpresas y mucho orgullo.
Monica Hernandez, where is your girlfriend?
What girlfriend, Monica? That's the question. What girlfriend?
And we just got 1,000 likes. Okay.
Reppin'.
Yesenia McCoy, do you have any movies in the works in the near future?
You know, I kind of do have a movie that I want to do, you know, not even as an actor. I want to direct it. I've already done the script. I want to take it to Mexico. It's in Spanish. It's a comedy, so
Nice.
It's my first try at comedy, you know, and it really makes me nervous because you know, my mom being a comedian, it's a crazy ride. But I love dark American humor comedy. Mm-hmm. That's why I love so many shows here in the U.S. And I'm bringing something like that, you know. Maybe in a couple of years I can make it, and we'll see about that. But as an actor, I'm wishing, man. I'm hunting for a movie. Let's make it. Let's make it happen.
It's gonna happen. It's already on its way to you. I can feel it.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we'll do one more and then we can continue. Carol Castillo, hello. ¿Haría series en Televisa?
Wow, Carol. Good question. Mira, ¿sabes qué? Yo era muy creyente de que no haría series en Televisa, por eso de que mi mamá era de Televisa y yo nunca voy a pisar Televisa porque mi mamá. Pero poco a poco las historias van cambiando, los personajes van cambiando y si me llega el personaje correcto en la historia correcta, sea de quien sea, yo lo haría. Entonces ya estoy en la mentalidad de que nunca voy a decir nunca, pero pues por ahorita estoy muy clavado en estar aquí en Estados Unidos y uno nunca sabe lo que puede pasar.
Yeah, 1,000% for sure. You never know what awaits for you. If you could do anything right now, what would it be? Work-wise, now that you're here in Hollywood.
It's crazy. I'd be in a Marvel movie.
Marvel.
And I'm so close to there because, you know, like the Russo brothers, the directors of Infinity War, they produced my show, you know? Oh, wow. I got to meet them, you know? I got to meet with Joe and Anthony Russo. We went to the restaurant, which is amazing. Simone, check it out, guys. It's here in LA, in downtown. It's amazing. And so I met with them, and it's so crazy because, you know, I look up to them even before the show because they've directed one of my favorite movies in the Marvel Universe, you know, like Winter Soldier, Civil War, all the way to like Endgame and Infinity War, which are the biggest ones right now. And so when we met, I'm like, hey, Joe, how you doing? He's like, hey, let me tell you, we could have picked a better Chico. So congrats on what you did. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, man, let me tell you that episode 5, which is the death of the character, is my favorite episode. And I'm like, oh my God. And those are words that I would never let go in my mind, ever. Yeah. Literally.
You know, I read, do you follow Devon Franklin?
Maybe, no follow, but...
Okay, so Megan Good is una actriz, right? She's an actress. She's from Hollywood, and her husband is kind of like a pastor, producer, and he has an amazing story. I got to send you the link to his book. It's called The Hollywood Commandments. Wow. And he talks about in his book about how he took the leap of faith and he ends up opening a huge production company, right? Yes. But his wife she always wanted to be in a movie and be like like in an action film.
Yes.
And so he told her, like, what have you done to prepare for that role? And she's like, well, pretty much I haven't prepared for it because I haven't got the role.
Yes.
So she changed her mentality and started training every single day, eating every single day like she had already got the role.
Yeah.
And then before you knew it, she got the role.
Wow.
And so it talks about how you have to train yourself and act like you've already received it.
Yeah. I
and
love
then
it.
the universe brings it to you.
Yeah, it's all about the mindset. and even though, you know, I opened a production house in Mexico City too, you know. It's little. It's like 3 friends of mine, just
but it's yours.
entrepreneurs. But it's mine. And,
Exactly.
and at the end of the day, where I'm going with it is maybe you don't even have to prepare like if you've already had the role. What if you give it to yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I've talked to so many friends and they're like, yo, man, I wish I can be a bro cop that fights the mafia while stealing banks. And I'm like, really? We go into an office, we write a script, and we shoot it the next day. And he's like, oh, wow, and, well, that really happened, eh?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, you know, like, why do I have to wait for this mythical god called Hollywood to be like, yes, you have the right to play this? Why don't I give myself the chance? So that's why I opened my production house. I do original content. If one day I'm feeling like being a good guy, we write a script, I'm a good guy. If one day I'm just feeling like directing, we get a cast, I direct them. If one day I just feel like screenwriting, I give them the script, they'll film it. But still, you know, like, it keeps me on my toes. It never gives me a break because, you know, acting is a roller coaster. You're here, you're here, you're here, you're here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, at least I'm here, good. But if I'm here, I'm still doing music, I'm still doing my original content, I'm still directing. And then I'm here, and then I'm here, and you know? So it always keeps me busy. It gives me something to do. I also like to be alone. Here in the US, you know, I'm a really close person. I can count the people that I trust with my 2 hands, no more. So I'm not a social, hey man, how you doing? Come over to my place. No. My place is my place. It's like my cave, and even though I love it, it's come to my attention that recently, it's scary to be alone, man. You know, because you're alone and you love it because you're in your own place. Everything is where it's supposed to be. But when you're alone, that's when your mind starts.
Oh yeah.
And if you start listening to it, you can go to really good places or you can go to really bad places.
But you know what I learned about being alone? Because it's my first time being alone too, like alone in LA. But I've noticed that you also, like you said, you have to face yourself in the mirror. And it's when you start realizing what flaws you have. I notice me being in LA now, I look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, Arie, but are you really doing everything you can do?
Yes,
Are you really doing enough? Is there more that you could do at this moment? Like, is it really not your time yet? Or is it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you start realizing all those things when you're by yourself.
Oh, yeah. You got to be by yourself to, like, fight those battles. Because, you know, even though if you're back home and you start getting into that fight, you're like, okay, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to go get drunk with my friends.
Yeah.
But when you have no option and you got to be there in the moment and you're like, okay, let's go through this. You find out so many things about yourself. And I really appreciate that, you know, because even though I do believe like this world's, like we're meant here to like not be alone in a way, you know, like everything that we lead up to, like even though, what do you want to be? I want to be famous. You just want to be famous to not be alone and have people surround you and recognize you. What do you want to do? I want to travel. You want to travel to not be alone and meet other people in the way and share stories with, you know? So I really do believe that our, like the human mission is like not be alone. And that even comes to like finding your partner, you know, getting married and starting a family. It's really crazy to see people that have gone through their life with loneliness. Sometimes it works really good. Like I know people that have never got married, they have no kids, they have no couples, and they're living the life and they're happy that they could be. But I also see other ones that are lost in the journey.
Oh yeah.
So I really do believe, that's what I love about LA. Like it's so many of us with the same views, the same passion, and the same vibe. It really brings a special type of humans. Because I really do believe that we have men, women, and artists.
1000%.
Oh my God, man. Oh yeah, we are a type.
We are a different type of nut.
Oh yeah.
I always say you have to be crazy enough to really believe in like the dreams and the levels that you want to take yourself to.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like in Hollywood and LA LA is a whole nother beast.
Yeah.
It's a beast and it will swallow you and eat you whole. But if you keep your mind focused, it's going to really, you can excel.
Yeah.
I also want to, before the show ends, because we have a few minutes to wrap up, I wanted to touch on the fact that we lost one of our great fashion icons today.
Oh, no.
Karl Lagerfeld, who is a creative designer and one of the heads of, Chanel, huge fashion icon. Kim Kardashian was posting, Naomi Campbell.
No way.
He died at the age of 85 today.
Oh, well lived. 85? That's
Very
dope.
well
Can I see a
lived.
picture of him? Because
Yeah,
it sounds...
of course.
Oh, okay, it's him.
Yeah. So his quote is, "Elegance is an
is
attitude."
Wow.
Yeah, so he passed
Dope.
away today.
No way.
So our condolences go out to his family and our prayers are with them in this time. And speaking of, real quick, I want to touch on this too. So did you see the dress Kim Kardashian had on yesterday?
Yes, no. Oh, no. Oh, wow. What's that? And who's
Es
the
una
one?
tanga por enfrente.
Yeah, it really kind of is, man. It's like a starfish. But
A starfish.
But who's the girl on top?
Okay.
Is she like the model?
So
Because it really looks tight on Kim, no?
it looks good on Kim, right?
It looks good, yeah, but it's
It's too tight?
Yeah, it's really
Like
tight.
she can't breathe in it?
I feel so. But okay, so what's the story about it?
So the story is, so she wears this dress. It's a huge fashion designer that designs a dress, right? And within 12 hours, Fashion Nova has it up for sale. They've already imitated the dress. So she posted this tweet today talking about it's devastating to see these fashion companies rip off designs that have taken blood, sweat, and tears to put all their own into their own original ideas.
Okay.
She says, I've watched all these companies profit off of my husband's work for years. So she goes on talking about she doesn't want to stay silent anymore.
Well,
So my thing is like,
no one ever does, eh?
huh?
No one ever does.
No.
Nobody wants to stay silent. Okay.
But the thing is, it's like, what happened to originality, right?
Yes.
So you have these companies like Fashion Nova, who I love Fashion Nova, but they should have their own fashion designers to create their own fashion stuff. Because can you imagine, like, you've been working on that dress for a year and a half, Kim Kardashian wears it, and you're just like, finally, I get to show the world this dress that I've
Yes.
had. And then 12 hours later, Fashion Nova has it for $50.
100%. Yeah,
And the whole
relate
world's
to
wearing it because Kim Kardashian wore it.
You know, nobody's safe though. You know, like at the end of the day, you gotta know that nobody's safe. Like it's not like I thought of it, so it's mine. But I do think that it's like if there was so much hard work put into it, maybe Fashion Nova could have released something really similar, but just not the same, man. You know?
Yeah, that's like identical.
Yeah. If you go full identical, I think it is crazy. Yeah.
So you're
it's,
saying no to the starfish.
The
Copycat.
starfish, it looks good. I'm not saying no, but I'm just saying no to just ripping off such a unique idea. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, like I can do a song and I hear someone else maybe with the same melody, but it's like, okay, man, even if you thought about it, like it's not because you thought about it, it gives you the right to be like,
To
hey,
be the
it's
same
mine.
thing, yeah.
But no. Like you like it doesn't give you the right to be like this guy, okay, they did the starfish. He thought about it. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
But still, you're never safe. You know, like just because you thought about it doesn't mean that
It's yours.
nobody else is never gonna do anything
Yeah.
similar or something like that.
Yeah.
But just going all the way to doing identical, cheaper.
I always say, people, be original,
Be
do your
original,
own
man, yeah.
thing.
do your
you
own
know.
vibe. Like I told you, the horses. Don't look at somebody else's
Exactly.
journey. Just look
do
at
your
yourself.
own thing. Yep. Anyways, you guys, let everybody know where they can find you, Michel.
Guys, you can find me. Just try Instagram first. MICH_DUVAL, Mich_Duval. And Instagram is just going to take you all over the place. So go there at Mich_Duval. Find me. We'll talk about life, about the journey that's about to come, and about Deadly Class every Wednesdays at Sci-Fi. I'm so like a robot, yo. I've learned so good to do this.
Thank you so much for being here today with me.
Thank you,
and
guys.
For eating the dog food.
Yes,
it means the world to
and
me.
the dishwater.
I know, aquí estoy, I'm hiccuping soap. I don't even know, so me da hipo del jabón del dirty dishwater.
I think it was. I think we got one of like it could be bad. You know, like I really do feel like
No,
dog
no,
canned
I
food.
could smell
and-
your dog food.
Yeah, but what if you could smell the dead fish or the barf?
All right. I get it. But I might have him try one after the show. Anyways, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to tune in next Tuesday. And thanks for dealing with my raspy voice. I really appreciate you guys. Until next week, ciao.
See you all back.